Well, obviously coming to college, like we're coming here to put, it's our whole future on the line, and so what we do in the classroom affects ultimately what we do for the rest of our life. So I think it's important that we focus on pursuing our career as well as athletics. It has been a challenge for sure, just with, especially this year, having multiple practices a day, and it's really taught me to prioritize, and so that's making sure like I stay on top of projects. I'm the worst procrastinator that there is, so it's been interesting, and it's been very rewarding just to be able to set those times and actually meet them and kind of see how it benefits me both in athletics and academics.
I think what helps Emma excel as a student and an athlete is just her work ethic. Emma's first to practice, or one of the first ones to practice. She's one of the last ones to leave. She's doing homework on the bus, she's doing homework in the hotel lobby, in between when we have downtime. So I think her work ethic really sets her apart and allows her to excel as a student and as an athlete as well.
Other student athletes can learn from Emma just her desire to be the best that she can be in everything that she does. I think our younger student athletes look up to her. I think she is an outstanding female role model for our younger female student athletes.
My advice for future student athletes would be definitely to find your spot, whether that's on the team, in the classroom, and learn that it's not necessarily going to look like what it was in high school, because I know that we all come, like we're the best at where we were at, and we have to learn that we can be the best at where we are here, but that's not necessarily going to be number one. And so knowing that like we're giving our best every day at practice or in the classroom is the most important thing, and knowing that that may not be straight 100s, because this is college and this is preparing us to know that like we can't be perfect, but at the same time we're going to give our best no matter what.
I think one of the biggest qualities that she has that sets her apart as a student athlete is just her attention to detail. And I know being a chemistry major, that's very important, and even as a cross-country athlete, that's super important. And I think just her attention to the smaller details and understanding that the process is really what helps guide our path to where we want to go. And so I think that's probably one of the biggest things, is just her attention to those details that sets her apart.
In the classroom definitely can translate to my attitude on the course, because I know my coach tells me all the time to separate academics. Like when I'm out running, don't worry about like what I've done in class, and just know that like I've done my best. But it does affect, like if I know that I wasn't able to give it my best, it does affect how I run, because I do want to give my best no matter what I'm doing. When I tell people that I was a math fellow in a calculus course, they were kind of like, how do you have time for that? They were a little surprised, I would say, but at the same time, they were kind of like, well, I can see you doing that, but I don't understand how you have time. Being in a leadership position, whether that's math fellow or whatever it may be on campus, teaches me that leadership on the court is just as important, and no matter what we're doing at practice, on race day, whatever it may be, and even outside of practice, it's important to understand and care about your teammates. And being in a math fellow position taught me to care about those students and about their success, and so that has definitely translated into caring about my teammates and their success, and not just being focused on myself.
Her education is extremely important to her, so when you think of a student athlete and you think of the student first, Emma Knott is someone that comes to mind.